Hello everyone. My first slide is my thermometers. I made my thermometers outside using spray paint. I then placed a set in my front yard and in the back of my house. I already knew what problem I was going to do and knew it would be easiest if I just made two sets from the beginning. Here is my engineer design process. I will break it down in the coming slides. Identify the problem. Where's the best place for a plant to grow? Explore. Test areas with thermometers. I tried the front of my house and the back of my house, and after 20 minutes, I was able to conclude the front of my house would be the best for a plant that needs sunlight. The pictures there are labeled. The thermometers in my backyard did not quite expand as quickly as the ones in my front yard. Design. Decide how you are creating your flower pot. I gathered my materials and decided I needed the bottom portion of the carton because the cilantro I was planting did not need much soil. Students would have to research and make these decisions. Create. Start to make your flower pots out of a carton. I cut the milk cartons and painted them. When they were finished, it was time to add the soil and the seeds. Again, I cut mine off pretty short because I knew I did not need to put much soil in there. Try it out. Plant seeds in flower pot and place in appropriate location. Because the thermometer out front got hot the fastest and my plants need a lot of sun, I decided to place them in front of my house after they were all created. To make it better, students, after we plant them and as time is going, they can decide to adjust the amount of light or water if need be, if the plant needs more or less of one of them. The following is how my activity connects among STEM practices. In science, ask questions: where to grow your plant, plan and carry out investigations. Students will have to decide which plant will thrive in their conditions. And then analyze and interpret data. They will have to analyze and interpret facts about the plant they choose to plant, such as living conditions, how much soil, sun, and water. As far as engineering goes, defining a problem, students will need to successfully grow a plant. Develop and use models. Students will use the engineering design process to help them through. Plan and carry out investigations. Students will make the flower pot and plant their plants. Analyze and interpret data. They will choose the placement of their plant for growing according to the thermometers. And for technology, recognize the role that technology plays in the advancement of science and engineering. Students will use technology to find information about their plants. And for mathematics, I chose Attend to Precision because students will have to cut the carton according to a certain length and also pay close attention to the depth and distance of the seeds that need to be planted. In this activity, students need to decide where to grow a plant. They will need to research about the plant they choose to plant to make sure they know how much soil, light, water, and any other important factors to growing the plant. Students will have to then construct their flower pot and do so by precisely cutting the carton and carefully planting the seed.